One of the hardest truths to accept in relationship is this: you cannot truly reconcile with someone who refuses to be honest about how they hurt you. And a lot of people confuse reconnecting with repairing, because they are not the same thing. Just because someone comes back doesn't mean that accountability came with them. Real accountability is not easy. It is uncomfortable. It requires honesty, reflection, and humility. And this is how it sounds like: I know exactly how I did, and I understand how it affected you. I see the damage my behavior caused, and I want to talk about it honestly. But when you hear things like, can we just move on? That was a long time ago. You are still thinking about that. I already said sorry. And that is not accountability. That is not an apology. Because apologizing without acknowledging the impact it had on you is not accountability. It is simply damage control. And this is simply where many people abandon themselves emotionally. Because somebody disappears, creates confusion, breaks trust, crosses boundaries, and shuts down communication, and suddenly reappear and start acting normal like nothing ever happened. What is that? As if the silence repaired the damage that they have caused. As if time actually healed the hurt that they caused. But time alone does not heal wounds. It requires honesty, conversation, accountability, and truth to heal the wounds. Because pretending everything is water under the bridge is not maturity. In most cases, it is avoidance that is disguised as peace. And people who avoid accountability are more committed to protecting their ego than protecting the relationship. Because real repair requires someone to sit inside the discomfort that they caused without becoming defensive, without minimizing it, without rewriting the story. That is emotional maturity. And listen carefully to this part. Being cordial is not reconciliation, and being polite is not trust. And having access to you should require accountability. Because too many people keep opening doors to people who never acknowledged why the door was closed in the first place. And eventually, that creates emotional exhaustion. Because what you are doing is that every unresolved pain and hurt to you quietly tells your nervous system that your pain does not matter. And nobody deserves to be in a relationship where honesty is constantly avoided just to keep things comfortable. We can communicate, clear the air, and be respectful adults. But we are not pretending. Not anymore. Because if somebody is unwilling to honestly face the way they mishandled you, then there is nothing real left to rebuild. Reconciliation without truth is not healing. It is just performance. And eventually, self-respect requires you to stop participating in relationships that survive by pretending that nothing happened. And I hope you get.